Dorian Price moved to Phoenix, Arizona, expecting peace, family mornings, and safe afternoons for his nephews. But his backyard fence quickly became a battleground. The problem? Colin Dresner, an HOA patrol officer who treated Dorian's property like a public shortcut. At first, Dorian tried to be polite. He called out when he saw Colin climbing the fence. He emailed the HOA, spoke to the board, even confronted him during community meetings. Each time, Colin smirked, shrugged, and ignored boundaries, while the HOA dismissed Dorian's complaints, claiming their officers had discretion. It wasn't just frustration anymore, it was a threat. One summer afternoon, Dorian watched in disbelief as Colin vaulted into the yard while his nephews were playing. The boys froze in fear, and Dorian knew he had reached his breaking point. Emails and polite requests hadn't worked. Colin's arrogance wasn't just annoying, it was dangerous. After consulting his sister Renee, Dorian decided to take action. He legally installed a low-voltage electric strip along the top of his gate, enough to shock, not harm, and posted a warning sign. Finally, he had a way to defend his property without violence. The waiting game began. Colin patrolled the streets, often glancing at Dorian's yard, but didn't enter. Then one hot Saturday, he tried again. As his gloved hand touched the gate, a sharp crackle jolted him backward. Colin yelped, stumbled, and scrambled off the lawn. Dorian calmly sipped his iced tea from the porch, finally in control. Word spread fast. Neighbors peeked from windows, murmuring approval. Some whispered they'd been too scared to stand up themselves. The incident shifted the power dynamic. Colin's authority was no longer unquestioned. The HOA responded with threats, but Dorian had evidence. Motion-activated cameras captured Colin's repeated trespasses, day and night. At the next HOA meeting, Dorian presented the footage. Gasps filled the room. The board couldn't ignore it. Colin was suspended, the community's trust shifted back to the residents, and new patrol guidelines were put in place. Dorian's fence wasn't just wood anymore, it was a symbol of standing up for one's rights, protecting family, and enforcing boundaries. Weeks later, his nephews laughed in the yard again, the neighborhood slowly returning to normal. Dorian learned an important lesson: respect isn't given freely, it's demanded, defended, and, when ignored, enforced. Silence lets arrogance grow, but courage sets the limit.